we've talked about kind of clearing space in the garages or the home gyms. And I had 2 pairs of adjustable dumbbells, both pretty solid. I had some Powerblocks and then NuoBells, and I didn't need both. My garage was cluttered and I decided to get rid of one of them. So which one did I get rid of?
I'm very interested, by the way.
I chose to keep the Powerblocks.
Interesting.
So this is definitely, my mind has definitely changed on, like, I wouldn't have given this answer a couple years ago. However, it was a decision I made like 3 months ago, and I can still say that I'm happy that I did that. I don't regret it at all. And I would also say that I've also changed my mind as far as adjustable dumbbells. So I typically, like maybe 5 years ago, I would have never really recommended adjustable dumbbells. I would have recommended them, but I would have preferred traditional hex, like just having a full set, even though it took up more space. However, I do think that most of the recent advancements in the industry makes it a much more difficult decision. And I do think that the space saved, the overall performance of a lot of the adjustable dumbbells for me is better than having a full set of dumbbells, just considering the amount of space saved. So yeah, my mind has changed on that. So yeah, I decided to keep the Powerblocks, got rid of the NuoBells. Really liked the NuoBells. However, just the number one factor came down to durability. So the Powerblocks, they are going to last like forever. As long as I don't like throw them out of a moving car, and they'd probably even be fine with that because most of it is metal. Whereas the NuoBells, especially that plastic base, is sketchy. They even say don't drop them. The base did chip for me like basically right away on the NuoBells. So I could still use them fine, but I definitely had to work around it as I was like putting them back and things like that. So that was annoying. I also like, just like over time, I've really appreciated the fact when you're using Powerblocks, knowing that you can drop them, it allows you to push a little bit harder. So you're not necessarily like those last sets with the NuoBells are like, I probably shouldn't try because I don't want to drop these. Whereas if you have the Powerblocks, you're not afraid to do that. So yeah, that durability and the ability to like push during those times was the number one factor. The Powerblocks went a little bit heavier, so I liked that. And then my least favorite part of the NuoBells is those sharp edges. So if you had like 70 or 80 pounds and you're benching with them and you put them on your leg, it does hurt. I'm not going to try and be like a tough guy. It is really annoying, especially when you're like bringing it back and you have to put it back on your thigh. Like it definitely hurts.
Well, especially like if you had 2 options and it is like that little annoyance and you find yourself grabbing the Powerblocks more often than the NuoBells because of that little thing, like that's a factor.
Right.
You surprised me on this one though, for sure.
Right. And my mind changed. I'll tell you that. Like I remember I had the NuoBells for a long time. I liked them, got some Powerblocks, and I liked them even more. So
that's cool.
And I will say, I think I'd do this for just about any of the Powerblocks. I got some nice pro ones. But
my next question, Jake, if you don't mind, did you put your hands on the Pep and Fast series yet?
Yeah. So, I mean, in a perfect world, I would get the Pep and Fast series. Yeah. But those are also like 2.5 times the price of these. So
like
that's
$1,700. Is that right?
Or 2 times then.
They're very expensive. I wasn't saying that they're not. But yeah.
Yes. So I mean, like I would definitely rather have the Pep and Fast series, like 100%. But I would go with these in this price range. I do have the Pep and loadable dumbbells. I like those, but when they are side by side, I never touch them because of the time it takes to change the weight. So I just grab the Powerblocks and I use those 90% of the time next to the Pep and loadable dumbbells. So that's also a good point that people would probably appreciate knowing. Let's see, is there anything else? Other notes. So NuoBells are like definitely more compact, but they're still not quite as compact as like traditional hex dumbbells. They also have a better grip, and then and it is a little bit quicker to change the weight. Even with all of that going for them, I just wanted to emphasize, like, I still chose it because of the durability and all of the other, I guess, performance factors you could say about Powerblocks, good enough to outweigh the NuoBells, which I still think, like, for a lot of people would be better option if they just want it for like bodybuilding purposes. So yeah, I can definitely see like the NuoBells may just be a better option still for most people. I just wanted to say for anybody who was kind of considering these two options, and there's also you can also kind of like bucket Powerblocks versus NuoBells and all of the other NuoBell like dumbbells as well. So hopefully
Did
this
you
helps.
ever notice any balance issues with some movements with the NuoBells? When I would curl with them, like an alternating curl, and you're doing that turn of your wrist while you're coming up, it did like I had some feelings of like misbalance as I was lifting. I'm not like I like the NuoBells a lot. I might go NuoBells over Power Blocks,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying like that was
Oh,
one thing that was in my head. It was like there's like a shift of like the weight as I was turning. But wondering if you felt
yeah.
the
It's
same
not.
thing.
It's not perfect either. It's not perfect, and just like Powerblocks aren't.
Sure.